When the immediate crisis is contained, the pressure is to get back to normal quickly, which usually means turning the system back on. That instinct is where many institutions create their second incident. Recovery is not restart. Restart is making the system run again. Recovery is restoring the institution's ability to rely on it, and those are different things. Before autonomy is restored, you have to understand why the system failed, fix the condition that allowed it, and confirm the controls that should have caught it now would. Switching the agent back on because the symptom has stopped without closing the cause simply schedules the same failure for later, often with less attention the second time. So recovery is staged. The business process is restored first by people if necessary. The system's autonomy is restored last, and only when the institution can show, not hope, that the conditions which produce the failure have been addressed. After the system is back, there is one more discipline, and it is the one institutions most often skip. Learn from the failure without normalizing it. Every autonomous incident is information about where a boundary was drawn wrongly, where assurance was blind, where authority was unclear. An institution that captures that and feeds it back into the boundary, the monitoring, the command structure gets stronger with each event. An institution that treats each incident as a one-off to be closed and forgotten keeps relearning the same lesson. The failure to avoid is quiet acceptance. The slow slide where incidents become routine, explained away, and no longer trigger change. The point of learning is to make the next failure less likely and less severe, not to get comfortable with the current one. There is a reason the earlier primer on simulation matters here. The best time to discover that your containment is too slow, your authority is unclear, or your evidence has gaps is not during a real crisis. It is in a rehearsal. Rehearsing the autonomous crisis, running the failure in a safe environment, and watching whether the institution's response actually turns crisis response from a plan on paper into a capability that has been tested. The institutions that stay in control under pressure are usually the ones that practice being under pressure before it was real. That brings us to your capstone and to the point of the whole course. The capstone is a 90-day governance plan for one agentic system in your own organization. Take a single system that acts and work through what this course has built. Name what it is allowed to do on its own and who decided. Set the tolerance it is held to. Name the owner of its outcome and the person who can stop it. Describe the controls that prevent, detect, and correct, and how you would know if it drifted. Lay out the evidence it produces and whether it would satisfy a skeptical outsider, and write the first move you would make if it failed. You are not designing a perfect system. You are producing the honest map of where one system stands and the next concrete steps to bring it under real control. That map applied is what this course was for. We have come a long way. We started with why governing a system that acts is different from anything before it. We worked through safety and control, risk and assurance, the operating model, runtime governance, audit and evidence, the regulatory landscape, the board's role, a first look at rehearsing governance, the ecosystem you do not own, and how these systems fail and recover. Underneath all of it is one idea. An enterprise can hand its work to systems that act. It cannot hand over the answer for what they do. Governance is not the brake on that. It is the condition that lets a system act at all and lets the institution remain answerable for it. Do this well, and you do not end up with less autonomy. You end up with autonomy you can defend. Thank you for watching and for the work you will take back to your own institution. Build with AI, lead with AI, govern AI.